Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. The Seahawks got the W against the Falcons. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so back. Yes, we got the W. And it was huge too, 34-14. Also, once again, another great week for my NFL predictions. So without further ado, let's get right into Week 8.
Let's get the party started! Hey!
There's something kinda creepy happening tonight. So call your favorite ghoulies and get your costume right.
They may look freaky, but I promise they won't bite.
And they say the place is haunted, but the dancing's a delight.
It may look scary, but don't be afraid, 'cause nothing's what it seems at a monster party. It may look spooky, but don't have a fright, 'cause at this monster party we will rock all night. 'Cause nothing's what it seems at a monster party. 'Cause at this monster party we will rock all night. Yeah, at this monster party we will rock all night.
And ladies and gentlemen, once again, hello everybody, it's Rare Racer 49 2005 here, and welcome to my NFL predictions for Week 8. Yes, we are in Week 8. Week 7, I once again did a great job this week as I went 13-2. Another really great record, which brings my overall record to 4-3, just like the Seahawks, who are back to first place in the NFC West. Thanks, Chiefs, I guess. Not really, doesn't really feel like a good thing that happened. The Chiefs are now 6-0. But at least the 49ers lost and we won, so we're back at the top of the division, so that's great. Also, the Vikings are no longer undefeated. The Lions beat them. I was right. I was right about that. The only two games I think I was incorrect about was the Broncos-Saints game, and the other one, what was the other one? I don't know which other one it was, but yeah, I'm just not going to say it. But I do know that the Broncos-Saints game was one of the ones I got wrong. But the rest I got right. So, besides another one, but the rest I got right. So, overall, 13-2 is a good record. I will take it. So, yeah, let's just see what happens in Week 8. Without further ado, let's get right to it. My Week 8 NFL predictions. Let's go. All right, kicking us off, we have Thursday Night Football on Prime Video. We got the Minnesota Vikings going in to face the Los Angeles Rams. The Minnesota Vikings are no longer undefeated. The Lions beat them. It was a very close game. And the Rams barely squeak by the Raiders. That team is so badly injured, they are beat up to the sun and back. So you probably know who I think is going to win this game. The Vikings are coming off a tough loss. They're going to be angry, and they're going to take out their anger on the Rams. This game will be an absolute blowout. The Vikings are going to kill them. Vikings are going to win this game easily. No way am I picking the Rams to win this game. Not just because they're our division rivals, but this Rams team has no chance. They do not look anywhere near good to the standard of the Vikings currently. This game is going to be a blowout. Vikings win it easily. Moving on, we got the Philadelphia Eagles going in to face the Cincinnati Bengals. The Eagles paid a visit to their little sister, the Giants, and beat up on them. And Saquon Barkley getting revenge on his old team. And the Bengals coming off a not-so-impressive win over the Browns. Yikes. Which, it's not been great for the Bengals this year. They have not looked good. I'd say that both teams are kind of on the same level. Both have potential, but they just haven't been able to show through it. So, who do I think is going to win in this mid-off? This is a game that could go either way. I'm gonna go with the Eagles. The Bengals could win this game, but again, this is kind of a wheel roulette situation. You really don't know what side it's gonna land on, so it's kind of a coin flip of a game. I'm just gonna take the Eagles and see what happens. This game is gonna be close, might be a little ugly, but in the end, Eagles will pull it out. So the Eagles beat the Bengals. Moving on, we got an AFC North matchup. We got the Baltimore Ravens going in to face the Cleveland Browns. So, the Ravens, they beat up on the Bucs. The Bucs did try to come back, but ultimately the Ravens were just too good. Ravens cooked them for the most part. And as for the Browns, hallelujah, Browns fans. Deshaun Watson is gone, as he got hurt in that game against the Bengals. And yup, Cleveland absolutely applauded it. The fans loved it. Yeah, it is wild over there in Cleveland right now. So, although the Browns are celebrating that Deshaun is gone, they still aren't a great team. And look who they're facing. So you know exactly how this is going to end. Ravens win this game by manslaughter. There is absolutely no way the Browns win. Ravens are just going to straight up steamroll the Browns. Especially with a guy like Derrick Henry up there. I mean, Nick Chubb can try to run for all he can, but Derrick Henry is going to split that Browns defense apart. And so will Lamar Jackson, because he's so hard to tackle. Like, they will try to bring the pressure to Jackson, but he's going to find a way out of it. And ultimately, that whole Ravens team is just way better than the Browns. That Browns team is awful. So, yeah. Ravens win this game easily. I would not be surprised if the Ravens win by 50. Although I would not be surprised if the Ravens choke, because they always tend to choke games like this. They lost to the Raiders earlier in the season, so they could fold, but they're on such a high streak right now that I just can't go against them. So, Ravens win this game easily. Moving on, we got the Tennessee Titans going in to face the Detroit Lions. The Titans were leading over the Bills early, but then the Bills came alive and ate them alive. And the Lions are coming off a close win over their division rivals, the Minnesota Vikings, who were undefeated. And the Lions went in and beat them. And now the Lions, they see the little weak Titan stumble its way into Ford Field. You know exactly what's about to happen. This should be an easy W for the Lions. The Lions are going to kill the Titans. Titans do not look that good. They look bad. The only thing that's really been keeping them relevant is Will Levis, which is basically a walking meme for every single NFL week. That's the only thing they really have. And I believe also DeAndre Hopkins is gone too. He's gone to the Chiefs now. So, yeah. Titans, you're done for. You're about to get your kneecaps bit straight off, as the Lions are going to dominate the Titans. Clear as day. Lions probably by 50. Lions win over the Titans. Moving on, we got an AFC South matchup. We got the Indianapolis Colts going in to face the Houston Texans. The Colts, they got the win over the Dolphins. They were down 10-3, 10-0 at the end of the half. And then they came back in the second half and won. That's kind of what I only knew. And then as for the Texans, a close game between them and the Packers. And the Packers beat them on a last-second field goal. And now the Texans come back home to face a division rival. So, do I see the Texans bouncing back this week, or will Indy keep it rolling? It's pretty clear as day that the Texans are going to bounce back. They had a tough loss against the Packers, but the Packers are also a pretty good team. Now they're coming in to face a more weaker opponent in the Colts. I think this is a game where the Texans bounce back. Texans will win. This game could be close, but in the end, Houston will pull it out. The Texans will beat the Colts. The Strouds will remember this. Moving on, we got the Green Bay Packers going in to face the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Packers are coming off a close win against the Texans, and the Jaguars got it done in London in the Tank Bowl. They lost the Tank Bowl. They won the game. Patriots were the one that won the Tank Bowl because they lost. But anyways, Jaguars now come back home, and now they face off against Green Bay. It's pretty clear who's going to win this game. Against actually good opponents, the Jaguars have not been good. They got ran over by the Bills, especially. So, that just proves you that they are not that good against better teams. So, Packers will end up winning this game. They will win on the road. They look good right now. The Jaguars don't. So, because of that, Packers will win this game on the road in Jacksonville. And they will keep the streak alive. Moving on, we've got the Arizona Cardinals going in to face the Miami Dolphins. The Cardinals with a last-second field goal walk-off win against the Chargers. And the Dolphins, rough loss against the Colts. They were leading 10-3 or 10-0, somewhere around there at the end of the half. And they choked massively. So, these two teams are kind of on the same level, somewhat. But I can kind of see which team could win this game, have a lot more of a chance. This game could be close, but in the end, which team actually has an offense? Which team has a quarterback? It's the Cardinals. I will say we are in a tight battle with the Cardinals and the 49ers, but I think this is a legitimate game the Cardinals can win. This is a winnable game for them. So, because the Dolphins really don't have an offense, because they absolutely choked against the Colts, I just can't pick them. I can't. So, I'm going to take the Cardinals to win this game. They will win. It might be ugly, it might be close, but in the end, they'll pull it out. Cardinals get the win over the Dolphins. Moving on, we got an AFC East rematch. We got the New York Jets going in to face the New England Patriots. These two teams faced off way back. I believe it was week 2 or 3. Might have been 4, somewhere around there. It was earlier in the season. And the Jets pulled out the win. They didn't just pull out the win. They absolutely whooped the Patriots. And the Jets, they're coming off a tough loss against the Steelers. The Patriots won the Tank Bowl against the Jaguars in London, which means they lost. So, the Patriots come back home. Jets coming off a loss. Which team is better? You probably know. In any other year, I would have said the Patriots, but the Patriots are not the Patriots they used to be. They are definitely the worst team in the AFC East. This is a winnable game for the Jets. I feel like the Jets are going to fully take over the Patriots this year. They are going to sweep them, something they probably have never done. I don't even remember the last time they did this. Or did they even do it ever? This might be the first time they ever sweep the Patriots. But yeah, Patriots do not look good. Patriots do not look good. They look terrible. The Jets don't look amazing, but they're better than the Patriots. So I'm going to take the Jets to bounce back this week. we might be in for another blowout. Jets will pull out the win against the Patriots. Moving on, we got the Atlanta Falcons going in to face the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, an NFC South matchup. A rematch of that absolute movie that was that Thursday night game in Atlanta. The Falcons, oh boy, oh did my Seahawks absolutely cook them. More on that when we get to the Seahawks game. The Buccaneers, oof, ooh, ooh. Not that great of a game against the Ravens. Did attempt a comeback, but at what cost? Mike Evans is hurt, and Chris Godwin's probably out for the season. It is not looking good for the Bucs. And now they are facing an angry Falcons team that's coming off a tough loss against a team that people expected for them to beat. So you know what the Falcons are going to do? You know what they're going to do to their opponent, the Bucs? They're going to bend them over and spank them. That's what they're going to do. Honestly, without Mike Evans or Chris Godwin, I don't know who Baker Mayfield's going to throw to. Like, without either of those two guys, the Bucs really don't have a receiving game. Those are the only two really guys they got that's actually really good. Sure, they have Bucky Irving, but what is he going to do on the ground? And, yeah, it was a really tough loss for the Bucs, and honestly, without Godwin or Evans, I think it's going to get worse. And a Falcons team that desperately needs to get back on track, I don't know if I can pick the Bucs here. The Bucs might be cooked. They might be cooked. So Atlanta is going to go out there and spank the Buccaneers and win in Tampa. Moving on. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here we are on a Sunday afternoon in Lumen Field, Seattle, Washington. The Buffalo Bills coming into face my Seattle Seahawks. The Bills whooped the Titans. They whooped them. Titans are not that good of a team. Us, on the other hand, we also bent over and spanked a team as well. And that was the Falcons. A very unexpected blowout of a win. Like, I was not expecting us to blow the Falcons out like that. I thought it was going to be a lot closer, but we pulled it out. And that defense really impressed me. And now we come back home to face against an old foe, Josh Allen and his Bills. I don't exactly remember what year it was we played them. I think it was 2021. I could be wrong. It was either 2021 or 2020, one of those 2 years. I don't think it was not 2022. I think Russell Wilson was still our quarterback back then. But yeah, it was a really, really huge blowout in that game. And the Bills just straight up spanked us in that game. But the Bills are not as good as they used to be. They're not that team anymore. And Seattle's pretty okay. Almost kind of on the same level. I feel like this is a game that the Seahawks can compete in. I think it's going to be a lot closer. You know what? I predicted this from the beginning of the season, and I am still going to stay true to my word. Again, you might think I'm crazy, but the Seahawks are bouncing back this week and the weeks following. I'm going to say they're going to be 6-3 by the bye week. By the start of November, they will be 6-3. Mark my words. Come back to this moment and see how amazingly right I was or how absolutely stupid I am. But I'm going to take my Seahawks to win. It's going to be close. It's going to be tough. But in the end, we will find a way to win this game. The Seahawks are coming back strong. We got a lot of the pieces that we lost on defense back, and they really showed up in that game against the Falcons. If they can just keep that same energy, we will win this game. Come on, Seahawks, keep it rolling. Let's beat the Bills at home. Let's do it. Moving on, we got the New Orleans Saints going to face the Los Angeles Chargers. The Saints, they got whooped by the Broncos. It was not even close. And the Chargers, a tough loss against the Cardinals. They had them right where they wanted them, and then penalties killed them. And their defense couldn't make stops either. Straight pain for the Chargers. Nothing but pain. But now they come and face a weak Saints team that's pretty beat up. This is a good opportunity for the Chargers. So, you basically know what's going to happen. This is definitely a winnable game for the Chargers, 100%. If they lose this game, that would be absolutely embarrassing. But the Chargers, they're coming off a tough loss. I think this week, with how beat up that Saints team is, I think this is a week where the Chargers bounce back and get the W. Chargers will beat the Saints, no matter how close or of a blowout it is. Moving on, we got the Chicago Bears going in to face the Washington Commanders. The Bears are coming off a bye week, and the Commanders, they absolutely killed the Panthers, 40-7. Only one touchdown by Carolina, and Washington pretty much just took care of them and put away. But it wasn't all Jaden Daniels. Marcus Mariota, hasn't been a long time since we've heard that name, took care of them. He was the one that took care of most of the work. Now, I am hearing that there's a chance that Jaden Daniels could still play this week. Maybe not. But either way, I still think my pick for this game stands. Either way, I'm going to take the Commanders. I think they're the better team. I think the Bears will try to put up a fight, but in the end, the Commanders will be the ones standing on top, winning this game. Commanders will beat the Bears. It might be close, but in the end, Commanders will win in their home turf in FedEx Field. Moving on, we got the Carolina Panthers going in to face the Denver Broncos. The Panthers got ran over by the Commanders, and the Broncos beat the living crap out of the Saints. It was not even close. And you know what? I don't even think I need to explain what's about to happen in this game, because you probably already know. Also, I think I heard that Bryce Young is going to be starting in this game, so that is not even helping the Panthers one bit. So you know exactly what's about to happen. Panthers prepared to get shot multiple times again. Broncos are going to run them over. This is another winnable game for the Broncos. They're on a pretty big roll right now, and I think they're going to keep it going. They had a good win against the Saints, and they're going in to face another really weak opponent in the Panthers. This will be a winnable game for them. This should be a W for them. Broncos will keep the streak going and will beat the Panthers massively. Maybe by 40. Moving on, we got the Kansas City Chiefs going to face the Las Vegas Raiders. An AFC West matchup. The Chiefs beat the 49ers again. And they're also picking up DeAndre Hopkins, so that's great. That's totally great for this league. It's not like the Chiefs needed any sort of help on offense. It's not like we don't need to see them win another Super Bowl. It's not like people are wanting them to win another Super Bowl. And as for the Raiders, had a chance against the Rams, but they blew it. They had a chance, but they threw an interception, and that was the end of it. And now they got to face the Chiefs at home. Oh boy, oh goody Raiders fans, you are in for a heck of a time. It's inevitable at this point. Raiders have not been playing well. Chiefs have not been playing the best, but the refs have been helping them out. And they did recently pick up DeAndre Hopkins. What did you think was going to happen? You think I was going to put my trust in the Raiders against the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes? Heck freaking no, absolutely not. As much as I want the Chiefs to lose, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen this week. Raiders are terrible. They're trash. They're absolute garbage. Chiefs will be 7-0. I really wish I wasn't saying that. They're going to be 7-0. Please, please, somebody beat the Chiefs. Please, somebody beat this team for the love of God. Just take the win, Chiefs, and get out of my sight. Moving on, we got Sunday Night Football. We got the Dallas Cowboys going in to face the San Francisco 49ers. Wow, this game again on prime time. This surely is a good idea. Cowboys coming off a bye after getting absolutely slapped by the Lions. And the 49ers once again lost to the Kansas City Chiefs, because of course they did. The Chiefs pretty much own them at this point. They've lost 2 Super Bowls to them, and they've lost several regular season games to them as well. So, hey Dallas, you want to know something? You want me to tell you this? You really think because the 49ers are banged up, you think you have a shot in this game? Do you think you have a chance? Oh, that is a knee slapper, because you know what? The 49ers freaking own you, and they will still continue to own you. As much as I don't want to say it as a Seahawks fan, Cowboys, the Niners own you. It's pretty clear. You guys have not beaten them once. Not once. From what I remember, almost every time you play this team, you always lose. This is pretty much just a pencil it in pick right here. Niners will win this game. It doesn't matter if it's close. It doesn't matter if it's a blowout. They will win this game. 49ers will get the W. They will win. As much as I hate to say it, 49ers will win this week because the Cowboys, they just can't beat the 49ers no matter how hard they try. Cowboys, just throw in the towel. It's not your year, like every year. Niners will win this. And last but not least, we have Monday Night Football. We got the New York Giants going in to face the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Giants had to win a Saquon Barkley in an Eagles jersey, run all over their defense. The Eagles scored 3 touchdowns. How much points did the Giants score? Only 3. 1 field goal. Yikes. And now they got to face a Steelers team with a really strong defense. Yeah, this is going about as good as you think it is. This is definitely a game the Steelers should win. If they lose this game, that would be humiliating. But then again, this is the Steelers, and sometimes they just look like the worst team, and then other weeks they look like the absolute best team. It's no in between. You just really don't know what Steelers team you're going to get. And I think, once again, Russell Wilson is going to be starting for this team. He is the starting quarterback. So, he's back for another week. And we don't know what his catchphrase is. He said wait till the end. We do not know what that means. But, yeah, I don't think I could say anything else about this game. On paper, the Giants should get absolutely destroyed. This game could be close. We'll just have to wait and see. But either way, the Steelers will pull out the win in Pittsburgh. Steelers will beat the Giants.
And ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it. Those are my Week 8 NFL predictions. Do you agree or disagree with my predictions? Let me know down in the comments below. We're at it. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. And also, be sure to go follow me on Twitter. I will never call it X. It's in the description. Also, my description, you can go check out my DeviantArt page. You can see some of the art pieces that I have worked on, some designs and graphics and stuff, and maybe some pictures I've taken of trains, some of my pony OCs, go check it out. Go see what it's all about. But anyways, that's pretty much going to do it. I am just going to hop off and get this fully filmed and edited so you can watch it on time tomorrow. So with that,
like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Go Hawks.